Hey, before we dive in, please take a second to subscribe to the channel. Thank you so much. The knife never comes from the front. If it did, you would catch it. You'd block the strike. You'd fight back. The front is where enemies stand, where war happens. But you weren't at war. You were at dinner, laughing with someone you called a friend, a partner. That's why you're bleeding. Betrayal never comes from a stranger. A stranger can't hurt you because they don't have access to your back. The betrayal always comes from the person you handed the key to. And looking back, you feel stupid, you feel blind. You replay the memories, and suddenly the red flags you painted white start to bleed through. The signs were there all along. There are 3 specific behaviors, 3 tells that reveal a person who is incapable of loyalty. Today, we're going to dissect the first one, the weaponized vulnerability. They have given you a piece of themselves. Now, the social contract of reciprocity demands that you give them a piece of yourself in return. So, what do? You lower your shield. You tell them your secrets. You tell them about your insecurities. You tell them about the friction in your marriage, or the money you're hiding from the taxman. You think you are bonding. In reality, you are handing them ammunition. The premature confessor is often a person with no boundaries. A person with no boundaries has no loyalty. If they are willing to betray their own privacy to a stranger, they will betray your privacy to the next stranger they meet. Think about it. Why would they trust you so quickly? They don't know your character. They don't know if you are a good man. They do it because it is a manipulation tactic. It is a way to speedrun trust. They want to bypass the necessary time it takes to build real loyalty by hacking your empathy. They are looking for a savior, or they are looking for a leverage point. Real trust is slow. Real trust is earned. The Romans knew this. The Spartans knew this. You did not enter the inner circle by sharing a sad story. You entered by bleeding on the same battlefield for 10 years. Beware the person who tries to fast forward the relationship. If someone tells you their darkest trauma on the first date, run. They are not looking for a partner. They are looking for a hostage. They are looking for someone to carry their baggage. And the moment you try to set a boundary, the moment you try to pull back, they will weaponize that vulnerability. They will say, I opened up to you. I trusted you. How could you be so cold? Now you are trapped. You stay because you feel guilty. And that guilt is the cage they built for you within the first hour of meeting you. Machiavelli would advise you to accept the information, but give nothing in return. Listen, observe, but keep your own cards face down. A secret shared too soon is not a gift. It is a hook. Do not bite. Traitor sign number 2, the Switzerland syndrome. The pathological neutral. I don't want to get involved. I'm just going to stay out of it. I see both sides. These sentences sound mature. They sound reasonable. They sound like the words of a peacemaker. They are the words of a traitor. In The Prince, Machiavelli writes a chapter titled that neutrality is often fatal. He argues that when 2 powers are fighting, the one who remains neutral is hated by the loser and despised by the winner. Why? Because neutrality is not a moral stance. Neutrality is a safety calculation. When a person stays neutral in the face of disrespect towards you, they are not being objective. They are hedging their bets. Let's say you are in a conflict. Someone has wronged you. Someone has stolen from you, lied about you, or disrespected you publicly. Your friend watches this happen. They know you are right. They know the other person is a snake. But when you ask for their support, they shrug. I'm friends with both of you. I don't want to choose sides. Understand this clearly. Silence is a choice. By refusing to condemn the disrespect, they are validating the disrespect. The pathological neutral values their access to people more than they value their principles. They want to be popular. They want to be liked by everyone. They want to keep all doors open. A person who wants to be liked by everyone stands for nothing. If they will not defend you when you are right, they will not defend you when you are vulnerable. This type of person is dangerous because they are invisible enemies. They don't attack you. They just step aside and let the bus hit you. And then they show up at the hospital with flowers saying, "I'm so sorry this happened to you." They are the first to congratulate you when you win and the first to disappear when you lose. Machiavelli respected an open enemy more than a neutral friend. An enemy you can fight. An enemy declares his position. You know where he stands. The neutral friend stands on shifting sand. You build your house on them. And when the storm comes, the foundation liquefies. Look at your circle. Who are the people who always play devil's advocate when someone hurts you? Who are the people who say, "Well, maybe he didn't mean it like that," when he clearly meant it exactly like that? They are not trying to give you perspective. They are trying to avoid the discomfort of loyalty. Loyalty is uncomfortable. Loyalty costs something. Loyalty means making enemies. If your friend is afraid to make enemies, they are not your friend. They are just a fan. And fans are fickle. Dante Alighieri, a fellow Florentine of Machiavelli, reserved the hottest places in hell, not for the violent, but for those who, in times of moral crisis, preserve their neutrality. Why? Because the violent man at least has conviction. The neutral man has only self-preservation. Ever feel like someone's playing mind games with you? It's a confusing and draining experience, but you're not alone. Let's just talk about a few red flags to spot someone who might not have your best interests at heart. First, pay attention to constant guilt tripping. If someone always makes you feel responsible for their feelings or problems, that's a big warning sign. Another tactic is twisting your words. They'll take what you said and spin it to make you seem like the bad guy, leaving you questioning your own reality. Also, watch out for people who are charming to you in private, but dismissive or rude to others, like service staff. Their true character often slips out when they think no one important is watching. Recognizing these patterns is the first step to protecting your peace. You deserve relationships built on respect and honesty. For more insights, hit that subscribe button. Thanks for watching. Want to know if someone truly cares about you? Here are 3 simple tests to find out. First, the no test. If someone confesses their feelings for you too early, try gently turning them down. If they get angry or disappear, they were likely just after a quick win, not a real connection. Second, the public defense test. Next time someone unfairly criticizes you in front of them, see if they speak up for you. If they always stay neutral to avoid conflict, they might not have your back when it really counts. And finally, the withdrawal of praise test. If you're always complimenting someone, stop for a bit. If they start acting cold or distant, they might have been more interested in your admiration than in you. Try these out and see what you discover. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more tips. Ever wonder why some people seem to navigate the complexities of social life so effortlessly? It often comes down to understanding the unwritten rules of human nature. Today, we're diving into some sharp Machiavellian-inspired insights on trust and relationships. This isn't about being cynical. It's about being smart and protecting yourself. First, let's talk about the idea of never putting too much trust in friends and learning how to use your enemies. This sounds harsh, right? But think about it. Friends can become complacent. They might even feel a little envy when you succeed. An old enemy, however, has more to prove if you bring them to your side. They'll be more loyal, more diligent, because they're grateful for the second chance and eager to show their worth. The lesson here isn't to distrust your friends, but to be aware of the dynamics. Loyalty born from forgiveness can often be stronger than loyalty born from friendship. Next, conceal your intentions. Why is this so important? Because people can't counter a move they don't see coming. If you're always open about your goals, you give others the chance to sabotage you, whether intentionally or not. Think of it like a magic trick. The illusion is captivating because the audience doesn't know the secret. By keeping your plans under wraps, you maintain an element of surprise and control. People will be focused on your misdirections, leaving you free to pursue your real objective without interference. Another powerful strategy is to always say less than necessary. The more you talk, the more likely you are to say something foolish or reveal information that can be used against you. When you're concise and mysterious, people see you as more powerful and profound. They'll try to fill in the silences, often revealing their own intentions and weaknesses in the process. Short, deliberate answers make you seem in control, while endless chatter can make you appear common and lacking authority. Let your actions speak louder, and your few words carry more weight. Now, let's consider the importance of your reputation. Your reputation is the cornerstone of your power. It precedes you and influences how people perceive everything you do. Guard it with your life. A single slip can create a vulnerability that others will exploit. You must build a reputation for something specific like honesty, generosity, or ruthlessness, depending on your goals. Once established, this reputation acts as a shield and a weapon, deflecting attacks and intimidating rivals without you having to lift a finger. Always be mindful of how your actions will be seen by others. Finally, court attention at all costs. In the modern world, being ignored is like being invisible. It's better to be talked about, even criticized, than to be overlooked entirely. Make yourself a magnet for attention. Be a little mysterious, a little controversial, but always memorable. Stand out from the crowd. Don't get lost in the bland sea of conformity. Whether through your style, your opinions, or your bold actions, make sure your name is on people's lips. Indifference is the enemy. Attention, in all its forms, is power. These ideas might seem cold, but they offer a realistic lens on human interaction. It's about being strategic, self-aware, and ultimately in control of your own destiny. What do you think? Let me know in the comments below. Thanks for watching, and don't forget to subscribe for more insights into the art of power.